Okay, here we are. How's everybody doing? Now we just got to get some people in here and we'll be good to go. I'm trying to set this up. So, yeah, I'm going live. This is Mike Locascio here talking about getting your computer maintained, keep it running good, speeding it up for the internet. We don't want a slow computer. We want a computer that runs the way it did when we first got it. How it ran real nice, and we were able to go to any website and click on anything, and it ran real good for us. That's where we want to get back to. So that's what this is about. I've done other live streams, and if you've been to my live stream before, you know that I talk about computers, maintenance, and just about anything that has to do with maintaining your computer, repairing your computer. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, like, share the video with all your friends and family, and they'll get a lot of help out of it too. Hey, what's happening? Thank you, Queen. One Queen. Already a friend to Jen. Yes, Slacker Chick. You are a friend. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, first time. I've seen you in some other rooms and stuff before. But I'm glad you're here. I'm doing pretty good. How about you, EA? If you've been to my live stream before, or if you've seen the replay or see my videos, you know that I talk about computer repairs. I hope we get a bunch of people in here and we can get this going. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I'm really glad you're here. If you own a laptop or a desktop, it would be great for people to come in and they can learn some tips and how to make it run better, how to make it faster, how to clean it out and make it last longer, what programs to use, what to take off, how to speed it up, how to get rid of problems and things like that. I locked out of an old laptop trying to figure out what to do, recover and maybe wipe it. Yeah, Slash, if you can get, there are discs you can buy. They're about $5 online, and you could, it'll get through your password. You can get a DVD and restart the DVD, and it'll go in there and let you take the password off, remove it, and get you in. If you don't want to do that and you have an extra hard drive, you can put another hard drive on it, and then you can put Windows on that hard drive. That's another way to do it. Can still buy a recovery disc. It's not a recovery disc. Got any videos on? I do have some videos on viruses, but I can go over some virus information with you. I'm trying to just hard drive method. Oh, I see. Okay, it's not a recovery disk. It's really just a disk to break through the password. Okay. Yeah, I don't mean an additional one. You take that one out and you put another one in its place, and then you have to reinstall Windows. What would insert for? You can go to eBay and search in disk for password recovery and things like that, and you should find one like that. I get mine on eBay. I got two of them here, and they're from eBay. Yeah, they don't cost too much either. Oh, sure, anytime. What would insert? Oh, okay. Yeah, as far as viruses go, you know, everybody should have an antivirus. If you don't have one, you can get a couple free ones. You can get a free one on the internet. You know, I use Avast. That's spelled A-V-A-S-T. If you've seen any of my videos, you know that I recommend Avast. So if you put that on your computer, and it's a free version Or if you're on Windows 7, get the free version for Windows 7. If you're on Windows 10, make sure you get the one for Windows 10. And it's a free version antivirus. But before you install it, you should take the trial version or whatever one you got on there already, take it off first, uninstall it. You just go into your C drive, you type in control panel down in the search bar, and then you go into your control panel and you double click on uninstall program, and you go in here and highlight the antivirus you have, go on the top and hit uninstall, and then you can install the new one. And I recommend getting Avast. You can get that free online. You can also get the paid version if you want, but I use the free version, and that helps for viruses. And I also recommend you having a malware program, Malwarebytes free version. And I use also RegClean, that's another free version. So if you have those three programs and you do some maintenance to your computer, you could clean up viruses and speed up your computer. A lot of times people think they have a virus, but they really need a lot of maintenance done, or it's really bad and you have to reinstall Windows. So it really depends. But just an antivirus alone isn't gonna fix everything. You need to do maintenance on the computer to bring it back to life. To change some settings and remove some files, and you have to do certain things first. But having an antivirus will protect you from anything in the future. But you have to get off all the problems first, and then you put the new antivirus. You have that on there, and you make sure that's updated, and then you can run a scan with it. So I would get Avast if you don't have one, and then Malwarebytes, and then CCleaner. And once you get those three programs, then you could do some maintenance to your computer, or you could do the maintenance first and clean it up some. If you're on Windows 7 or Windows 10, you want to take some programs that are off the startup menu to free up your memory. And depending on how much memory you have, you may want to add some memory to it and make it faster. If you have 4 gigs or more, then you have enough memory. But anything under 4 gigs, then you probably want to install more memory. As long as you have at least a Windows 7 computer, 7, 8, or 10, those are the versions that you can do to upgrade. Don't forget to, oh yeah, definitely click the like button, definitely click the thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. And definitely share some of my video. Check out some of my videos later, and also share them with your friends or anybody that you care about that you want to help them with their computer if it's running slow, or just give them the knowledge that they need to take care of their own computer, because that's what my videos are. My videos are for anybody that want to take care of their own computer. You don't have to take it to a shop. If it's just slow and you want to clean it up, I teach people how to speed it up, clean it, and make it run better. So usually most problems are caused by software issues, and if you get some of these programs and you do the steps that I say in my videos, you can clean your computer and it'll run better. So yeah, make sure you give thumbs up. I appreciate it. And if you're on Windows 10, hey Alex, good to see you. I think I seen you earlier. You were paying for a part, all wrapped up in a jacket. I know you were somewhere cold. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, if you're on a computer, if you're on a laptop, and you're on Windows 7 or you're on Windows 10, make sure you do maintenance. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Indiana. Yeah, I like that little dance too in the store. We didn't hear the music, but you had the right moves. That was pretty cool. And then, you get that laptop. Most people travel with a laptop, whether you drive for a living or you use your laptop for business or whatever. And and I help a lot of people clean their laptops out. So if oh yeah, you definitely got to be stalking sister slash your chick. So yeah, what I tell people is like if you got a lot of programs running, in the background, what you should do is if you're on Windows 7, you go down to the run box, right click to start, and you can go to run and just start off typing in temp, TEMP, hit OK, and get rid of all them temp files when it comes up. Delete them all and get rid of them. And then you go right back to the start menu in the run box, and then you get rid of some recent files on Windows 7. Also, if you're on Windows 7, you can free up your memory by going to the run box and typing in msconfig and going to the startup. Next is the configuration utility, it's called. And then you just uncheck all the boxes, hit apply, hit OK, restart your computer, and you'll free up all the memory. That's another good thing to do. You can uncheck all the boxes in there once you go into the configuration utility. And just uncheck everything. That way when the computer starts the next time, if you're on Windows 7, you have to restart it. Hey Rip, I've been working on computers since about 1995. I had a couple computer shops. To clean up Mac, I do have a video on Mac cleanup. There's a couple other videos you can get on YouTube on cleaning up Macs, but I do have one video how to take care of a Mac. There's a couple other guys that do Macs just exclusively, and I would look into that. I'm doing pretty good. I got my training in Pennsylvania. I went to computer school. I went to A+ computer school. I started in a business and worked for Dell. I worked for HP. I got certified through HP, CompTIA, Microsoft, and then I went on my own. I had my own business when AOL 4.0 came out. It was Windows 2nd edition. That's when about the time I started, Windows 98 SE, and that's when I started doing that. I went to HACC for computer training, and I teach a lot of people how to work on computers. I teach seniors. I've done a lot of warranty work for Dell. I worked on every brand computer you could think of. And then I moved to Pennsylvania 20 years ago, and I started a business in Pennsylvania. 20 years I was working on computers. No, I think it's about the same. I mean, things have changed. Things have gotten faster, and the hardware has gotten better, but the basic premise still stays the same. You still have to do almost all the same things back then that you have to do now. Not really. It really depends on what field you're getting into. If you get into like networking, yeah, I work on a lot of laptops. Worked on every brand. Like I said, I worked for Dell. I was a Dell. I did work for Dell. I would do all the repair work for them, warranty work, and they would send me motherboards and processors, keyboards, and UPS. I'd have a stack of laptop screens, and then I'd go to people's homes and businesses, and I'd put them all, install everything. What do you prefer, a laptop or desktop to work on? To work on, it really doesn't matter. I mean, I like desktops. I prefer to use desktops. I don't really mind working on either one. I really don't mind either one, but desktops may be a little easy to work on because hey Liz, how you doing? Welcome to the room. Welcome to my live chats. Yeah, I'm familiar with Windows operating system. I did the Microsoft CompTIA. I've been working on Windows 7, 98, Vista, XP. What's your take on gaming PCs? Well, up to date right now, the best gaming PCs are Alienware. I fix a lot of gaming PCs for people. A lot of the kids bring them to me, and I've been pretty successful at fixing them. I have a video I just came out with not long ago to how do you fix gaming computers. So yeah, everybody hit the like button. Gaming computers, they run pretty hot. They have fast processors. They have good video cards, graphic cards. They're a lot faster than the average computer. If you don't need all that capability, then you can get like just a regular dual core computer. But if you're going to do high-end gaming and graphics, then you'll need, something like a gaming system. Well, what happens mostly with gaming systems is that people use them a lot and they get hot, and people build them usually from scratch. So the configuration of the parts usually isn't as good as it should. So what happens is sometimes you have conflicts with video cards and sound cards and things like that, motherboards with different CPUs. So I find the biggest basic problem that you find with a gaming system is that the people just really weren't too smart putting it together, or the person that bought it, a young kid, played around with it. And usually I could reseat the memory or the graphics card or change the power supply and usually get it running as long as the motherboard's okay. It's usually some simple things unless they had problems when they put it together. So it really depends. If it ran good for a while and it just stopped running, then you have a better chance of fixing it. I'm going to watch the Mac get it. Okay, sure. Hey, Nay, how's it going? But yeah, I have a friend that builds them. I used to have a company build them for me. I used to sell gaming systems back in the day for people, high-end systems. And mostly what I do now is repairs, and I teach people how to repair computers and help seniors and how to get around, use their computer, school kids, and repairs. And now since I'm on YouTube, I want to get established on here, and I'm going to put together some computer repair courses where I could sell them on my channel and stuff like that. That was probably good years ago. You really don't need to today. You don't really need to put two operating systems on a computer now, because one's enough. The hard drives are bigger. You don't have now we have SSD hard drive, which there's no moving parts and they're very fast. The reason why you had to put two operating systems on a computer back then was because you couldn't use one with the other, and one would do things that the other one wouldn't do. Now they all do the same thing. Even Apple Macs will work on Windows, so you don't have to do that now. What people do now is they have like several different hard drives where they save things to, but there's no reason to dual boot. That's what it's called. You don't really need to dual boot unless you're going to use like Linux. Yeah, if you get a solid state drive, that's really the best drive. If you have a newer computer, they run twice as fast as the regular SATAs do. They run around 1,500 RPMs, and the SATAs run about 7,200. So, what's it called? They're a lot faster, and it's flash memory. They don't have any moving parts, so you don't have to defrag a solid state hard drive. And those are the best hard drives that are out now. Prices went down a bit, so they're not as expensive as they were. And most computers are coming brand new now with solid state. And if you're a gamer, if you're doing any type of video, you definitely want to have a solid state hard drive in your computer. I would also recommend having a quad core processor too. Those are the new processors. And a decent video card like NVIDIA. Have decent graphics so you can do everything. No, I don't know much about Linux. I know it's open source and you have to actually put together the operating system on Linux the way you want it. It's free Linux, and a lot of people like it, but they only have a few percentage of the market. But there is a demand for Linux. It's not really big. Linux will make your computer run a lot faster, but it's not as easy as a Windows computer. Most people go for Windows or Mac because it's a lot easier to use. Yeah, there you go. A solid state hard drive with an NVIDIA card. That's good. If you have a dual core or a quad core processor, that's even better. And decent memory. If you got like over 4 gigs of memory, then that's a decent system. But that's the way to go now if you want a good system. And they last longer too, because SATA hard drives, when you defrag them, and they have moving parts in them, so you have a platter and a SATA, and you have a right read arm that moves around. And when they crash, they have problems with them and stuff because they're mechanical. But solid states are great. They came a long way with that technology. There's no moving parts, and they're a lot better. And they're more reliable too now. And they're small, so they don't take up a lot of room. A lot of laptops do have it. No, I don't like Apple. I never cared for Apple. They're proprietary, and I don't like proprietary systems. HP actually at one time tried to be proprietary, but it didn't work. People wouldn't accept that. I don't like Apple products, iPhones, or Macs. I have fixed Macs for people, but I don't specialize in Macs, and I usually outsource Macs when people call me about a Mac. I have other people in my business that work on them. It's not my thing, Mac. Some of them are nice. The MacBook Pros are nice, but they're about $2,000 for a decent Mac, and you can get the best laptop for about 900 or 1,000. So there's a big difference in a Mac and in a regular laptop, and I prefer a regular Windows-based computer. You have a lot more options. The new Macs the batteries are soldered in, so if you need a new battery, you got to take it back to Apple Certified Tech, or you got to send it back to Apple, and they got to desolder the battery to put a battery in. You can't even change the batteries anymore. No, I haven't ever done anything with open source at all. I don't use Linux. I have a couple friends that are really good with it, but I never got involved in that open source at all. Only thing I do is Windows computers. There's enough work out there just to dealing with Windows, but there are people that specialize in that really get into using Linux and stuff. And it can be, if you want something real fast and you want to learn about Linux, that might be something that you want to learn. But personally, I never got into it. How do you get customers? Oh, good question. Well, I have a website. It's mslcomputerservice.com, and people find me on my website. Also, I have a Google business page. It's a free page, and I rank pretty high in my area. So all you got to do is do a search for computer repair in my area, and I'm usually come up within the first 5 listings. A lot of people, I have a lot of repeat customers from over the years. I do a remote online service. I advertise in Facebook. I sell computers in Facebook, refurbish them and resell them. But customers for repairs, usually they come by. I got a sign outside, and have ads on Craigslist and Facebook, and Google. Google is another place. And Craigslist, that's where I usually get customers. And then I have other ones that tell other people. Do you have sole proprietary? Yeah, I do sole proprietorship. I'm just a one person operation. Most people are that are computer shops, unless they do like graphic design or something. Most basic computer shops are just one person show or a couple people, work in the same place for computer repair and maintenance. But I've done a lot of sales also. I've refurbished computers too, and I buy and sell. But yeah, unless you're doing like websites for people, everybody pretty much works for themselves or for a company. Now I've always worked for myself. I never worked for any computer company before. Excuse me. I worked for big businesses, small businesses, and home users and people with home businesses. I've worked for a lot of people in those different niches. Just for basic home users, most people that I work with are just basic users or small businesses and people that have a home-based business. A lot of people have that today and they rely on their computers more. I help a lot of people out with small businesses too. Pretty much everybody, I guess. With your current business. Well, I honestly, I used to do a lot of more repairs and a lot more computer sales. I was working with a company that used to sell me 20, 25 computers at once, and I would sell them. They stopped doing that. So I just been really focusing on just doing some work, and I have a regular job part time. It's not with computers, and I also I'm trying to spend more time on YouTube, getting established on YouTube also, and on Twitter and on Facebook more. So I don't know if you can say it's slow. I'm always busy doing something. But yeah, lately the last couple months, I've been spending most of my time on YouTube, just trying to learn YouTube and stuff like that. And I really like it. It's sort of something that I really like to do. I wish I got into it a long time ago, but I was pretty happy doing what I was doing before. And so I want to bring all the knowledge to everything that I learned on different platforms now, like YouTube, Facebook. Yeah, I do, Facebook and now YouTube. And I'm trying to get on Instagram, and I just started Twitter not too long ago. I tweet a lot of stuff on Twitter. Usually my YouTube videos, I put them out on Twitter. That's pretty good. And I have a lot of friends and people I work with that I fix their computers. They ask me to fix them. I buy and sell from people also. When a computer's out of date, I usually buy it, or if it has viruses, I'll buy it and then I'll fix it up and resell it. So I do all kinds of different things. I'm always doing something. And I have another friend that lives in Cocoa, Florida, and he works with me, not together, but we help each other out. Yeah, I mean, I started in November and I have over 600 subs, so I know it can be done. I got 135 videos already, and they're getting better and better, I think. And I'm watching all those big guys, like that teach you about YouTube. I watch a lot of videos on that, so I'm trying to learn, feel my way around while I'm doing it. But yeah, that's great. I know a lot of you guys have a lot of subs and monetized. Yeah, I have a friend in Cocoa, Florida. I was just there the other day, and what's it called? He works on computers too, and actually I had to take him to the hospital to get his stitches taken out. He had back surgery, so he had no car. So I went up to Cocoa and got him and brought him down here to get his staples taken out of his back, and I drove him home But yeah, it's a nice area. And he works on computers, PlayStations, and all those types of gaming stuff. So I try to help him out. He helps me out. And we build computers and we sell them sometimes together. So every little bit helps, keeps you busy doing things. But I definitely like YouTube. I'm glad I found the community. Somebody told me that you'll grow faster in the community. So I got this, I went into the community and I started really getting, some people. Big hearted sounds like. Hey, appreciate it. I think there's a lot of small people out there and everybody, should try to work together and help each other grow. And I have a friend that has like 400,000 subscribers, and I have other friends that have like, people I met that have about what I have or less, and some have more, but everybody seems like, they want to help each other. And, there's only a few bad apples, I guess. I mean, there's a certain aspect that isn't too good, but overall, it seems like everybody's trying to help each other out, which is good. That's why I watch a lot of you guys on YouTube. I learn a lot by watching you guys and seeing what you guys do, and you guys seem to all know each other. I guess you've all been around for a while, and the live streams I heard are good for your watch time. I've been doing live streams every couple days, and I'm going to keep doing live streams. Oh, I bet. Yeah, Philly. Yeah, I used to live in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, before I moved to Florida. I was there for 20 years, and I'm familiar with Philly. That's about 2 hours away. I used to live near the Amish people in Lancaster. I had a business right downtown, a computer shop over there, right in the middle of all that. So yeah, Philly's pretty cool. I know there's people that have like millions. I can't believe it. Some of the people I watch their videos, and I'm wondering how they got like 400 million or thousands and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, they must be been on this thing a long time. Or I heard it because the algorithm changed. It was a lot easier to grow a few years ago. Is that right? Now it's a lot harder because now you need like 1,000 subs and like 4,000 or something watch time. I know you need a lot of watch time now compared to. I think it was easier a couple of years ago. People told me. Everybody, you didn't. You could put in any kind of keyword, and your video would get out there. Now, because there's channels that have authority, it's kind of hard to rank unless you have a lot of subs and watch time and all that. But I don't mind learning. I don't mind starting from the bottom. I've always been an underdog my whole life. I come from New York, so I've always been an underdog, and I guess I'll always be that way. So I don't think I'm going to get rich, but I'd like to learn as much as I can and just try to better myself. PF versus GF, 9 minutes. Oh, nice. That's really good. Yeah, I know there's some people, it's just amazing. I watched that Tweety Pie guy, and he's got like billions. I think he's like the biggest one. He's got his own office somewhere, and I heard he's rolling in the money from, and I've seen his content too. He does a lot of amazing stuff. I'm not kind of into that kind of stuff. I'm not really into gaming or anything, but you got to give it to a guy like that. He really knows what he's doing, I guess, because he's got like millions of subscribers, and he's really big. I've seen his videos, and everybody talks about him. But yeah, I'm happy with my 500 now. I'm hoping to get more. T-shirt series. Yeah, I heard that there's a guy, T-Series. I seen a video on that, and they're kind of like close to each other, or he might have passed PewDiePie, but yeah, that's a whole nother level, I guess. You know, having that many people. I guess the algorithm was a lot easier then, and now it's harder. I know there's some channels out there that have millions of subs, you know, and must be nice, you know, but I know they have a lot of authority, so it's kind of hard to rank, but I try to put in some keywords, or I make videos on things that I care about, and then I also try to rank some also. 90 million subs, hey PewDiePie, that's amazing. How can somebody get that much? That's like phenomenal. He must have a lot of viral videos and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of his videos. He even has videos on new users and small channels telling you how to, how to operate on YouTube. And it's pretty cool. But I guess he had to start from scratch too at one time. You know, he started probably just like everybody else. You know, one sub and two subs, and he worked his way up, and he just found a niche, I guess, and he made it work for him. Like a lot of other guys. I mean, there's so many people that have these huge channels. It's amazing. I even seen a couple guys in my industry, my niche, like computer repair and that kind of thing, and there's some pretty big channels. There's a guy, Theo Joe, he has a really, really big channel too. Oh, he's from the Netherlands, I got you. I see some Philippine stations, channels out there, and they're huge. They have like millions of subscribers. They do like comics and gags and things, and it's amazing to see all that and how they got so big. Yeah, that PewDiePie guy, he's got a really large channel. It's funny. I guess you can't at that level. I mean, how are you supposed to do comments? I mean, you'd be there forever, and your fingers would fall off answering your comments. You'd probably get like a couple 100,000 a day. When it comes to that, I guess you have to hire somebody or just don't do any comments at all. So how long have you been on? You've been on for a long time? Mm. 49% of my subs are female, 20. Oh, okay, that's cool. You're always on the road, so I mean, yeah, guess you can connect to a lot of people. That's a good thing. Plus, I'm sure it keeps you busy also. Yeah, I see there's a lot of females that are younger, and I have a lot of, I think a lot of my subs are younger females too. And some of them are like middle-aged, around 50, 40 to 50 or something like that. I have a lot of those too, but most of them I think are younger also. I've been YouTube since it came in. Wow, that's pretty neat. Yeah, that's a long time. So you really know, you've seen the changes, I guess, over the years, how things evolve. That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I've always known about it. I just never really looked into it because I've been doing other things, and I did Facebook and AOL and all that when it came out, and Craigslist, did a lot of that. But YouTube, I just never really even looked at it until recently. I started checking it out. Well, I'm trying to remember how I even got started on YouTube. I forgot. Seems like you just like make videos, and then the next thing you know, you're just making them all the time. That seems like what I'm doing. It's like every couple of days I'll make a video. And I got to learn some editing. I have a Shotcut. I've never edited before, and I really don't know too much about it. But I've been watching a couple of videos, so I want to put like an intro in mine and stuff like that. So I guess I'm gonna have to learn a little bit about editing. But I see a lot of kids, they have intros and graphics on their channels, so it can't be too hard. Yeah, it seems like that. I've noticed that because it's like almost everything that I do is YouTube. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it seems to be very addictive and like. Hi there, Lover Guns. I definitely liked your channel. Yeah, I know what you're saying about being addictive. It's all right. Give me a minute. It's I could spend like from the morning to the night, like almost every day. But sometimes I'm just too busy to get on. But it is very addictive. And you got your phone. You can do a lot on your phone. That's true. Hey, Peavers, how's it going? I'm going to have to cut this short just because I have to go out and do some things. It was nice talking to you and nice seeing you guys. I'll be doing some more live streams. So I hope to see you guys more in my live streams. And any kind of computer related questions you have, or if there's any subjects you want me to make a video on, just let me know. Later, talk to you later. So I'll see you guys later then. Thanks for coming.